Good Saturday morning. I'm KHOU 11 meteorologist Chris Ramirez. We are tracking widespread showers as we head into our start of our weekend. We are expecting these downpours to be now until 1 p.m. We are in that weather impact alert day for today. Of course, the flood threat is going to be the main impact. So any additional rainfall from all the rain that we have received is going to cause some flooding concerns across our area. So avoid high water if you do come across it for the rest of our day. So the National Weather Service is also keeping that flood watch in effect for mainly the coastal areas, but Harris County is included in that. That does include the city of Houston until 1 p.m. this afternoon. We are expecting this rain to wrap up later this afternoon. So looking at satellite and radar right now, we have a lot of rain ongoing just south of the I-10 corridor. We're still seeing those showers in and around the Houston area, moderate to heavy rainfall falling across Houston. Of course, that is causing some wet roadways. Hopefully you're sleeping in on this Saturday morning and not out on the roadways, but if you are, just keep in mind to be extra cautious on those roadways as we're seeing those widespread showers moving through. Rain is heavier along our coastal areas. There is some flood advisories in effect for our coastal area, especially for Brazoria, Galveston, Jackson, and Matagorda counties. That does include areas from Galveston, Bay Harbor, Brazosport, and southern Brazoria counties. So we will see that's until 10 o'clock this morning as a good 1 to 2 inches of rain has already fallen. Even there's some flood warnings, especially to the south of Houston near El Campo. That is just south of the I-69 corridor. So all that rain still falling across the area. As we look at all of the rain accumulations that we have seen, we've seen within the past 12 hours about 2 inches of rain along the coast. About a fifth of an inch to about a tenth of an inch of rain from Houston and areas northward. So we're not really dealing with any flooding concerns across the Houston area, but we could get some downpours that could bring some possible ponding on roadways as well as some flooded roadways, especially around those rivers and streams as they are slowly rising. So Future Track has this ending by 1 o'clock. As we head into the later afternoon hours, we're going to see rather calm conditions for the most part. So that's good news. So if you have those outdoor plans, yes, the outdoors is going to be a little bit soggy and muddy, but we are expecting that rain to eventually come to an end by early this afternoon. We still have rain in the forecast for Sunday, not as widespread, but we could get a few downpours moving through the Houston area by Sunday morning. So the wet conditions just really not over yet for our weekend, but then we are expecting a rather drier trend going into next week. We have this trough that's just situated across the south central U.S. That disturbance is going to be tapering off towards the northeast. We're going to start seeing this high pressure system build across Texas for next week. That's going to bring back drier and hot conditions. Humidity still in full force. We're going to have those high temps in the 90s, so 90-degree temps returning going in the next week. But the good news is that we're going to have a much needed break from this rain. So as we look at the next 10 days in terms of our temperatures, temps are going to be cooler. Upper 80s, all thanks to that rain chance, but we're going to be about 94, 95 degrees heading into next week. Also, we're keeping an eye on the tropics. We were very quiet, but we are tracking a disturbance, a very small disturbance that's just in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. This now has a 30% chance of development within the next 7 days. So something that we're keeping an eye on as this system is expected to move off towards the Caribbean. So seeing that activity ramp up across the tropics, but looking at your 7-day forecast, weather impact alert day for today, we are going to see scattered showers for Sunday, but then heading into next week, we're going to have a drier trend, very isolated in nature in terms of the rain chance, but temperatures are going to be warming right back up into the 90s conditions, what we usually normally see for this time of year across southeast Texas. So we're expecting that much needed break of rain for next week, but we're definitely tracking those showers and storms as we head into a very wet Saturday morning. But the good news is that we are expecting that rain chance to eventually come to an end as we head into the early afternoon hours. And as always, you can get the latest weather forecast on khou.com